My most recent breakup a month ago is not the only breakup I'm going through. These are makeup products that I've broken up with. I just really don't use these makeup products anymore. Obviously, makeup evolves year to year, day to day. There are constantly new products being dropped. Doesn't mean that I go back on my opinions on some of these products. It just means that I don't use them anymore. This one is gonna ruffle some feathers. This used to be a ride or die product for me. Still love this product and I would still repurchase it. I just don't use an actual primer. I do a lot of skin prep, do a lot of hydrating my face. I don't feel like an actual primer or a grippy primer is necessary. I don't really like grippy primers anymore. I feel like my makeup lasts a long time because of how I do my makeup and the setting products that I use. So I don't feel like priming with a super grippy primer is necessary, but this is a really good one if you're looking for one. This one may also upset some feelings. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is a really good setting spray, don't get me wrong. I just have now discovered I prefer aerosol setting sprays because I feel like those are a lot more longer lasting when it comes to staying power of your makeup. I think this is really good to refresh all the powders and kind of as like a step before you set. I just don't feel like if you were to test this versus an aerosol type of setting spray that this one would make your makeup last longer than that version. If Charlotte Tilbury comes out with an aerosol setting spray, it's over for everybody. This is just because times have changed. I found new products, but I still do love these products. This is the House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. At the time when this launched, this was one of the very first foundations that was actually hydrating and glowy, felt good for dry skin, so it was revolutionary to the market. But now there's so many other ones that this one just doesn't stand out to me anymore and I don't reach for it. Similarly, this was a very good concealer. It was hydrating at the time, but now that I've found my Tower 28 and I've tried other things, it doesn't live up to those products for me. I would still recommend these to people. I just don't use them for myself very often. This I've broken up with or retired, not because I don't like the product. This is the Mary Phillips contour palette, but I went through both of these shades in a different palette. Then I repurchased it and I just realized the pan size is too small for how much I'm using it. I'm going to continue to run out of it. I just have to find a cheaper product because I'm not going to rebuy a $60 palette every single time I run out of the two shades I need, especially since the pans are not refillable. It's just a waste. And honestly, the formula is nothing crazy. So I just don't really use it anymore. I have to speak my truth on this. I do love Morphe and I did really like these when I tried them, but the more that I use them, the more I realize these are not that pigmented, which can be a good thing if you're a beginner and you don't want a lot of pigment. Just found the cream formula to be one that I constantly had to build up and layer and layer and layer to get the payoff that I wanted of both the cream and the powder. Because of that, I kind of stopped using these. I don't like how this just kind of is very flimsy and flaps everywhere. It just made it a little bit difficult to use. Still a good affordable product, but definitely not a product I've reached for in the last 6 months or so. And lastly, if you're an OG, this used to be the only mascara I would use. I talked bad about every single mascara, including drugstore mascaras, which is what I'm wearing right now. This is still such a good mascara. It's just crazy that I used to talk down on drugstore mascaras because there are some drugstore mascaras that are just as good as this, if not better. Just took learning it the hard way. This is a really good mascara still. I would repurchase it later in the future, but it's not something I've bought in the last 2 years. I don't think at all. I've had this exact tube since 2023. So if that tells you anything, I'm obviously not using it anymore. Those are all the products that I've ended my relationship with. I'm on to bigger, better things in my makeup routine. Okay to change your mind about products. It's okay to change your mind in general about anything in your life. If it's not for you and it's time to move on, then move on. I love you guys. Bye.